Hello, this is seewingyee from the Real Estate Network, and welcome to this webinar on the Austin, Texas Metroplex. And just before I will release this 38-minute video from my Texas partner, Ken Renner, I'd like to give you a couple of minutes for introduction why this presentation is, I feel, is very, very exciting. For those of you who've been following my network in terms of the Texas market, you are very much aware that I've been promoting Texas quite heavily, especially in Austin, around Austin, Texas area. But clearly, we do a lot of advanced research over the years. That's why we bring the great products to our investors. We consider ourselves the Real Estate Network. We are ahead of the game. Meaning we know we are one step ahead of the trends of our investment markets, and Austin Metroplex is no different. If you recall, 3 4 years ago, when Ken Renner has been presenting properties in Central Texas for our network, the homes that were selling very close to Austin at that time 3 years ago, like 160, 170K range. Those single family home, those cookie cutter homes. That was 3 4 years ago. And some of our investors have purchased, and you know what I'm talking about. 160 to 170K, brand new construction, closer to Austin at that time 4 years ago, renting for like 15 to around 1500, 1530. So at 25% down payment, you're going to get around $300 monthly net cash flow, which is equate to around 6 to 7% cap rate. And then with the appreciation of those in neighborhoods in closer to Austin, and then before you know it, the appreciation of those neighborhoods has exceeded the increases in rent. So those properties are not cash flowing anymore. Then we went out to the suburbs of Austin, like 15 miles to the east, and we've been selling those in new construction homes as well in the past 2 years. And those homes, again, around 160 to 170K, same thing, 1,500 gross rent, 1,600 gross rent, very good cash flow. And now, 2 years later, those prices have gone up from 160 to 200,000, but the rent have not kept up to achieve cash flow for our clients. So we cannot promote those areas anymore because the returns are just, the cash flow are just not that attractive. So we are forced to keep on moving, find some emerging market for our investors in Central Texas. And we also promoted for San Marcos, right, 30 miles below Austin. Once again, the appreciation in the last few years has increased so much, and the projected rent has not kept up. As a result, the cash flow is not attractive anymore. So we have to, Ken Renner and I kept on, which is in a good way, look further into the suburbs of Austin. So now we're looking to northern part, in the northern part of the Highway 35, this corridor. So we went to the east of Austin for better cash flow. Now you can't cash flow anymore. We went south, right? As I told you, right now, 2017, you can't cash flow anymore, so we cannot promote those markets. Now we're going north into Temple, Texas, north of Austin, and like 30 miles below Waco. So that is the new opportunity where we can find homes for 150K, 160K, new construction in a very good neighborhood in Temple, Texas, where you can collect a very, very good rent. We're talking like $1,350 gross rent. So at 25% down payment, you can get around 6 to 7% cap rate. So very good cash flow. So we have to keep on to find emerging markets before everything's appreciate again. So it's all about timing, right? timing your realistic purchases. And Ken Renner, he knows so much about Central Texas. He's lived here in Central Texas for many years, and he has done tremendous for my investors. So without further ado, go ahead and listen to this 38-minute video, and then as you can see, his Ken Renner's contact information. So just go ahead and listen to his very informative, great content, 38 minutes and 13 seconds of this new opportunity that we're presenting in Central Texas, located in Temple, Texas. So here we go.
On these areas that I found of excellent opportunities. So first of all, here we are in Austin, Texas, one of the fastest growing cities in the nation, if not the fastest. Excellent job growth. We are at a position where we are cannot keep up with the amount of people moving here as far as the road system and also the building and the occupancy of properties. The job growth is so high. Great quality of life, but housing is now getting under a huge amount of pressure. So we've seen rents go up, but we've also seen prices go up faster than the rents have been able to keep up. So what we're seeing is our cap rates are going down. And in my business, I've sold over 700 properties in this region in the last 10 years, is I've got to be able to look for great opportunities where we can still get a cash flow and still get a great property with a potential of appreciation as well as cash flow. We want to look for growth and we want to look for cash flow. So we've done some great work in the Austin area. Hutto is one of the areas that we've focused on over the last couple of years because it's got the confluence of the toll road 130 and 79 plus the new Kalahari Resort and Conference Center that's going to be going in right here across from the Dell Diamond. Those prices are starting to get up there too in Hutto. They've gone up as much as 15% in the last year. We also look at suburbs down in South Austin and the suburbs off I-35, Kyle and Buda, and even down to San Marcos, which I'm also bullish on. Though we're starting to see the San Marcos market become almost as expensive as the Austin market as far as what you get for your money and the rents. So we've worked all the way down in the San Antonio area, but that's a completely different market as far as I'm concerned. San Antonio is a little bit more blue collar. And it's a nice city. It's big as well, so it's spread out and has its own opportunities. But today we're going to be talking about going north of Austin and finding out what I found that I'm really excited about. And so are several of my investors already, including myself. I just closed on 2 properties that I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. In the next region, the next largest community area north of Round Rock, Georgetown, which is our Austin suburbs where I live. That little dot is where I live. And we are looking at the Belton Temple area. This is pretty much called Central Texas. It includes Temple, Belton, and Killeen, which includes Fort Hood, Copperas Cove. There's another little town, Harker Heights, here. It also includes Waco, which is very much getting national attention due to the Fixer Flipper show with Chip and Joanna Gaines. And there's 35,000 people a week visiting the Waco market right now to go to their silo shops and things like that, and visit with the whole Fixer Flipper idea. And the reason is it's so affordable and the quality of life is slower paced and is relaxing, and there's not traffic except on I-35. Other than that, you can really get around and just a slower pace of life, which is kind of refreshing, being that I've been in Austin, which is getting to be super crowded as far as the roads are concerned. So it's getting to be a little frustrating getting around town here and get our business done, so to speak. Okay, so I'm gonna take a dive into the Temple Belton market. Let me go into the Central Texas area here a little bit and talk about what's going on here. The thing I like about Temple Belton market is that it's a separate economy than the Austin economy. And we'll talk about the employers coming up here in a minute. But it's a separate economy, which means that I've got a lot of properties, rental properties in Austin. and so do my clients. But I'm thinking about other potential diversification because Austin's heavy on government, heavy on tech. If something happens in the tech market, then Austin suffers. It's booming right now, and that's great for our values and for my business. But in the meantime, we're at housing shortage down there, so people are actually moving, looking places where they can move north. Believe it or not, this is commutable to our northern suburbs. It's about 46 minutes from my house to the Temple area. So taking a look at the Central Texas area again, and I'll kind of describe the cities here and tell you why I'm in certain areas and where I'm not, at least where I'm focusing. First of all, you have the Killeen-Fort Hood area. This is the largest artillery military base in the nation. It is not going away. It's by the size and everything. This is where they train all the artillery and all the ground forces for the military, and knowing what's coming down the pipe as far as our new administration wanting to beef up the military presence and update and overall our military infrastructure. We know that this area is not going away. There's 50,000 employees, not counting the military personnel. So well, I guess it would be the military personnel. So, but Killeen, I'm not really looking for investment in this area to be locally around Killeen, because a lot of this area right here is military, VA, people that come in and buy their homes, VA, Veterans Administration, the veterans, or the people who are actually active duty. And they all buy them with zero down and zero total move-in. And what ends up happening, if they get called out or whatever, then it ebbs and flows with whatever happens in the military world. So it can be a great boom and overcrowded and everything when all the enlisted men are here, and then it can be a ghost town when they all leave. So I'm not big right now on investing in Killeen just because of the ups and downs. Copperas Cove is an up and coming area. It is, but still heavily relying on the Fort Hood employment base. Also, another thing I don't like about Killeen's necessarily is they don't have a really great school system. In fact, that's why we focus just a few miles east into the area where people really want to put their kids in school. And so there's a dual town here called Temple Belton. Between the two cities, there's about 100,000 residents, and it's also got a lot of attraction to it recreationally as well as a great employment base. And so, taking a look at just the satellite map, you can see this lake here is called Lake Belton, and it's huge. It's bigger than our Lake Travis, which we have just outside of Austin. Lake Travis is huge. So lots of recreation, very warm water, great fishing, great place to go boating. And the other great thing is it will never be crowded. You can go on and on forever up this lake, and it'll never be crowded. And I'll tell you why. It's because it's an Army Corps of Engineers lake. And so there are no real docks. You can't have a house with a dock on front. There's a couple of marinas where they can, and places to launch your boat, but you're not going to have like we have in some of our lakes locally, where there are docks everywhere. Therefore, there's boats everywhere. You can see just down in here what I'm talking about. You will not see any docks on here, and then you'll see the small marina where you can launch your boat, or you can go rent a boat. And so, same thing down in Belton, just south of here, is the Lake Stillhouse Lake, which is an awesome lake, big, giant, and very famous for fishing, for bass fishing particularly, and boating. This is one of our communities that I'm targeting. I'm not going to go into this one right now. We'll circle back to this one on the next video. Three Creeks is a very exciting community in the Belton area, and like I said, we'll be talking about it in a minute, or actually on the next video. Belton itself has its employers. It's a small town, so the biggest employer is probably going to be the University of Mary Hardin Baylor. And they have an excellent football team, and it's a very highly rated university. And this is a big draw for the Belton area. Now, moving over to its sister city, we have Temple, Texas. Temple has really been around since the mid 1800s. It was originally put on the map because it was one of the biggest railroad stops in the Central Texas region, and so the railroad, of course, was a big deal. And you can see even right here, the railway it spans all the way to down to the coast of Texas and all the way up through Missouri, for that matter. But what we have here is a very nice, quaint town, and it's got several employers that are, I'll just go to the list that we've got. The largest being the Scott and White Hospital. See this big pink thing right here? This is the Scott and White Hospital. It's huge. This hospital alone has 8,000 employees. It's a place where Scott and White is a medical. All throughout Texas, they own clinics and medical facilities and hospitals. And so doctors who are coming to work at Scott and White, they'll come here for their residency. And that's one of the things that I really like about it is that the doctors come here for maybe 3 years and go through their residency, and then they leave. So they're great. It's awesome to have them as tenants. And of course, you've got nurses and all the rest of those that are living and working here in the area. Not far from there, you have the VA, Veterans Administration. This is the Central Texas VA healthcare system, so it's a VA hospital as well. So once again, Veterans Administration is not going anywhere. So it's very stable, and then they have, in between the two, they have Temple College, which is right here, Temple College. So you've got a regional college as well. So some of the central part of Temple is grounded by the Scott and White clinic. And you got the Temple Mall and the Walmart Supercenter, your typical indoor malls, and even an IMAX. So you've got your major shopping centers. So you got good infrastructure here: Lowe's, Starbucks. Another hospital, McLean Scott and White Children's Hospital here as well. So going back out on the map to kind of give you a perspective again, I-35 has a bunch of restaurants here that IHOP and Chili's and McDonald's, and it's one of these intersections here on I-35. A lot of the growth is going west, but where we're invested in the south of the actual Temple proper, and where I've thrown my dart for the short term right now is a community called Alta Vista. And Alta Vista is about just a mile or so south of the main Scott and White campus. And what I really like about the community is not only the quality of the building for what we're getting, and you'll see that in the video coming up here, but I'm also very excited that it's in the very top-rated school district for the area. Temple schools themselves in the Temple School District are not very good. Just say that right now. But this community and surrounding communities that are south of here are in what's called the Academy School District. So if we go to the grade school site for the Academy School District, we'll take a look. So it's rated 8 out of 10, which really is pretty outstanding, considering that the rest of Temple's schools are all of them are under 5s. So you have, and these are all right down the street from where Alta Vista is. So that's one of the big draws. One of the things that I look for in investment property is great job base, great job stability. Second thing I look is for good infrastructure, like Do they have shopping malls? Do they have places to go? Do they have a Walmart? Do they have a Lowe's and a Home Depot? And then the other important thing is, do they have grade schools? And so I'm once again looking at this. You'll get people that are drawn all the way from the Killeen Fort base to come to here because they have grade schools. And so if you want to put your kids in grade schools, that's why I'm investing in this particular school district. All right. So going back to, I'm going to go back to, first of all, the bigger picture of this area, which is the employment base, which I think is really important, like we just talked about. And we'll take a look at the temple. This is the 800-pound gorilla. This is the Baylor Scott and White Clinic with 8,200 employees. That's this building here. And then they also have, Scott and White also has their health plan employees are here. And I believe from what they told me, the Chamber of Commerce, that there's over 1,000 employees now. That number's low. And that's up on the other, kind of a few miles away over here. We have Fikes, which is an oil, like a gas station, distribute gas to gas stations. The McLean Company, which is a major distribution company all throughout Texas. They just a little bit more on what they are. McLean, I believe McLean is the owner of the Houston Texans, and he's also a huge supporter of Baylor University, and his name is actually on their brand new stadium up there. So big influence, been around in the community as an influence for a long time. Let's take a look again here. A Walmart distribution center. It's a huge building, huge. So this is a distribution center for the whole area. And when we're talking huge, we're talking a huge building. I can see if I can. Oh, they won't let me do the satellite map. And then we have the HEB distribution center. HEB is the largest grocery store chain in all of Texas, and so these distribution units, these jobs are not going away, if you know what I mean. So, kind of looking down the list here, Artco Bell, they do put together classroom, an intuitive classroom. Performance Food Group is another distribution of food and supplies. Texas Hydraulics obviously speaks for itself. Fikes, once again, is a distributor. And then there's another one kind of cool, is Acer. I think they have a manufacturing facility here as well. And then there's a couple software companies too. So the job growth is definitely here. Affordability is great. Lifestyle is great. Recreation is awesome. I know I've just bought my first 2 properties up here, and I'm planning on buying several more. And I'll go into the reasons why here in a second. So let's jump back over to D.R. Horton, largest builder in the United States, largest builder in Texas, largest builder in our metro. And they've got a good section of Central Texas covered. They're not the only builder, but they're the builder of choice right now. And one of the things that we have to be careful of is they start closing out. You'll see there's closing out. They're having a hard time keeping up with production, having a hard time keeping up with the amount of people wanting to buy homes. So these subdivisions also cover Killeen and what have you, but we're going to focus on the one that both myself and my property manager is very bullish on. So this is Alta Vista, and if you can see, it's in the Academy School District. And the floor plans that I've bought is the Roosevelt floor plan, and I'm buying them just in the low 150s right now. That means they put a substantial amount of upgrades in, and you'll see that in the video. But it's a very well thought out floor plan. There's no wasted space in the house. You've got a huge porch in the front. You walk in the entry area. You've got 2 bedrooms off to the left with a bathroom on the left as well. 2-car garage, extra storage space here. And then you got a nice open living room, a dining room, good size, you see 9 by 12, and then a kitchen as well, appointed. It's got granite countertops, higher end cabinets, stainless steel appliances. Then the master bedroom is good size, 13 by 13 with a 5 by 11 walk-in closet. And then the master bath, at least in mine, have dual vanities, one of mine has a shower combination, and this one oversized shower combination, and my other one has a big garden tub with a shower. So really well thought out plan. But there is not a bad plan in the bunch here, and so any of these plans that are the Alcott is an amazing plan. My wife really loves this house, and this is the same as the model plan. And let's see, in the Hollies, these are all really well thought out plans. So once starting from 171 on the Alcott's 2,091 square foot for 171,000 base. Plus they add some upgrades on there, but we talk about the different plans. But I want to show you more what the actual interior of these houses are looking like, and then go from there. So we will now dive into the videos that I have of the actual houses that I've closed on. And one thing we have to be aware of, that the builder is very cognizant of not putting a ton of rental properties in this area. They're not in the business to build rental neighborhoods. So they're starting to limit sales and be very discretionary on what they're going to allow as far as investors into this area. So we have to act quick before they change their minds, and we also have to make sure that we play by the game, that they're just the way it is. So that's it. That's my investment area of choice right now, and we'll get into other ones as we move forward. But this one is there. Well, by the way, there's only 38 houses left for sale in this section until they come to the new section, which won't be open until probably November, December. So there's going to be a closeout, and there's going to be definitely a price increase between the old sections of Alta Vista, which are brand new. I mean, older, like current section, and the new section. I would imagine it'd be $7,000 to $10,000 higher. So you're probably going to be walking in by the time you close on this house with a nearly 5% additional equity in the property. So there you go. A home that I'm buying, well, we'll get back in a second and when I show you the videos. But the rental range for a 1,600 square foot house at the 150 range is 1,300 to 1,350, and so that's going to throw off about $300 positive or more every month on these with a 25% down payment at today's interest rates. All right, so let's go take a look at the actual product then on my other videos. So I'm pulling up to my properties here on Stonehaven Drive in Temple, Texas, and just want to show you the neighborhood. It's really a mix of really retirees, young families, professionals. Of course, the Scott and White Clinic and the Veterans Administration are only 5 minutes away, which are some of the bigger employees. Got D.R. Horton Homes, which is the largest builder in the United States, and the largest builder in Texas, the largest builder in our metro. And so here's my house at 5711. I just closed on, and I also have purchased the one across the street, which is 5706. And I shot a video earlier today when I was doing the walkthroughs, and it was raining actually earlier, so when you see the rest of this video, you're going to like, oh, it's a different day, but no, it actually was raining earlier today. It's 1,650 square feet, rents for $1,300. Price is just in the low 150s right now in March of 2017. And fully decked out, as you see when I show you the rest of the video here, what the homes come with, which is pretty impressive. Also, like if you want to go to a little bit bigger home, as the Preston plan, and this home sells for about $165,000, $163,000, and you get over 1,800 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Really nice floor plan, probably one of my favorite floor plans of all. And the other thing about this particular one is that it has, well, they all do, but the 3-side stone. So great neighborhood, great houses, great town, and so anyways, enjoy the rest of the video on these two properties that I've got. I've got other properties in this area that are available. to both first-time homebuyers and investors. So give me a call, 512-423-5626. In the neighborhood now, across the street, the second house I'm buying. Excuse the wind. This March day. So this is 5711 Stonehaven. Once again with the upgraded garage door, 3-side brick, nice front porch. We have the upgraded door with the nicer stainless steel fixtures. We also have a nice big open family room with ceiling fan. A little bit different bedroom. This one has a square windows, and the other one had more of an arched window. Once again, I had blinds put in, good sized room, upgraded nickel fixtures, tile in through the entryway all the way into the secondary bath. We also have a nice big shower with the tile backsplash, ceramic tile backsplash. Secondary, third bedroom here with a walk-in closet. Carpet's upgraded as well. And we have a linen closet. We have a coat closet. And coming back over into the family room and large breakfast area, upgraded fixture, skin blinds throughout the house. This is kind of neat. This particular one has the blinds inside. Stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, nice higher end cabinetry, maple, dark maple, really a nice finished out luxurious granite. It's 5/8 inch. The 60/40 sink, deeper with the undermount. Quality stuff. Ceramic tile backsplash. Granite up here in the breakfast bar. Now moving into the hallway to the oversized laundry room. So once again, it's the same plan, the Roosevelt plan, 1650 square feet, thereabouts. And master bedroom with ceiling fan, vaulted ceilings. Nice and bright in this house. Even on a cloudy day, a lot of light in this house. And then here's the master bath with double dual vanities. Upgraded light fixtures. You carried the maple cabinets throughout the house. It's nice. Ceramic tile floors, of course. And a nice big garden tub in this one with glass block window. It's in that mid-150s sales price. Hard to be beat. So this is a walk-in shower. So it's got a shower and a garden tub, oversized garden tub. Nice. And then last but not least is the backyard programmable thermostat. It's got sprinklers all the way around. Big covered patio. And decent sized yard. Not too big, not too small. It's got brick on the pillars. And then of course we have 3-sided brick, which means you'll never have to worry about painting 3 sides of the house. And of course the rest of it's hardy panel, so it's a good 10 years before you have to worry about painting. Nice house. Glad to be the proud owner of this one too. give me a call, 512-423-5626. Ken Renner, top selling broker in Central Texas. So here, 5706 Stonehaven. This property I'm closing on today. And paid this about $153 for this property. Already have it leased. The lease amounts, market rent for these properties are $1,300. So get a pretty good positive cash flow from the property. About $350 before management expenses. Being it's only about 45 minutes to my house in Round Rock, so makes it easy for me to take care of these myself. What I really like about the quality construction, you've got a stone and brick combination. Got a upgraded garage door. It's insulated. You put the garage door openers in as well. I'm really impressed with what they did with the presentation of the house. Still in final punch out mode. I like this upgraded fancy door, front door with a nice inlay. So these homes were all spec'd out. In other words, we didn't make any choices. The builder just built them with all the upgrades included. Garage with garage door opener. Extra storage. This is called the Roosevelt plan. It's about 1,650 square feet. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Tile floors in the entryway, and they carry the tile floors all the way into the secondary bathroom. Another cool feature is a tile backslash surround. You know, for these homes to have this much stuff just reminds me of the way they were being built in Austin about 20 years ago. Dark cabinets throughout the house. Nice sinks. Everything's upgraded. The doorknobs are upgraded. Even the fixtures are higher end than your typical rental property, so to speak. We had the blinds put in. They were really reasonable. They were through the builder was only about $700 throughout the entire house. So 2 good-sized bedrooms with, I got high ceilings. Good closet space. Semi walk-in. Here's the coat closet. This particular house is really wide open. There's no wasted space in it. That's what I really like about it. It's nice, high ceilings. Ceiling fans come standard in the master bedroom and in the family room. It's a nice big eating area here. Breakfast area. Once again, fixtures a little nicer than you would expect to find in a rental. Now, this is what I really like. It's the way they did these, the kitchen here. Stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, and that's a 5/8 inch granite. So we're not talking about, talking about level 2 or level 3 granite. They have a really nice glass inlay along with the tile. Upgraded Moen fixtures. Nice. It's really got a nice quality to it. It's sparkles in it. I do like how they did the glass accent along with the tile on diagonal. This is an all-electric neighborhood. So stainless, which is what everybody wants these days. Cabinets with upgraded with the not just your typical just flat all the way across. And it's a nice maple blinds in this house happens to have a boxed out window, which I really like. Now, this home also backs up to a drainage area, greenbelt drainage, whatever you want to call it. Right now it's starting to bloom. It's going to turn into a lot of just very filled with flowers in the springtime. This house next door is still being under construction. If you can see off into the distance, that is the largest employer in the Temple area. That building up there in the distance, and that is the Scott and White Hospital. 8,000 employees in that one hospital alone. Plus Scott and White's home headquarters is here as well. That's the biggest economic driver for the city of Temple. So I have a nice big covered patio. Once again, nobody directly behind you, which is nice. Stone pillars, or brick pillars, which is a little more upgraded than you see in most of the neighborhoods that we used to be selling in for this price point. Once again, 150,000 or thereabouts for 1,650 square feet. Rents around $13.25. Like this particular one has the canned lighting. Programmable thermostat. Big laundry room. Tile. Then the master. So once again, comes with an upgraded ceiling fan. I put sprinklers, so sprinklers are included in that same price. Of course, the prices are going up. So what I quote you now in this video is going to be higher tomorrow and higher the next week after that. Big walk-in closet. Decent shelving. And dual vanities, dark cabinets again, upgraded fixtures, tall walk-in shower with a tile surround, and kind of neat. A lot of people these days like just the showers. And of course, there's tile over the floor in here as well. No vinyl in the place, which is nice. Oh, yeah, and then one big linen closet. So all in all, great floor plan. Builder's doing a great job at doing the final punch list that I'm doing on my final walkthrough here. And so this is it, 5706 Stonehaven, and I'm a proud owner of another piece of Texas here. So if you have any questions, give me a call, 512-423-5626. Ken Renner, top selling broker in Central Texas.
Well, there you have it. So I really enjoyed the presentation. I'm sure you do as well. Again, this few remaining units will sell out very quickly. So if you're interested in buying a piece of Texas here in Central Texas, fast growing Temple, Texas area, please contact Ken Renner on his number on the screen. And of course, you can consult with me as well. I'll be more than happy to go over your situation and provide you with some guidance and mentorship. So, okay, thank you so much for listening and looking forward to helping all of you to achieve your financial goals. This is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Listen Network. Have a nice day. Goodbye.